Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reading this article on screen, Face Masks, What We Can Learn from Proxemics. I'm assuming I'm saying that right. This is page 4 from the February 21 edition of The Light, a truth paper. A free online paper you can access via their website, link to which will be in the description as always. Okay, so without further ado, this article was written by Matthew Reynolds. Pro-mask? Just wearing one to be polite, or because the telly says you must protect your mate? Forced to don one at work unless exempt? Government mandating of face coverings, ostensibly to mitigate against COVID-19 transmission, has proved divisive. Supporters highlight their efficacy as source barriers, entrapping SARS-CoV-2 virions. If masks truly block the Rona, why not keep them to suppress other seasonal viruses like flu? Let's make this bigger. Certainly, Jonathan Van Tam, England's Deputy Chief Medical Officer, considers mask wearing to be a beneficial habit that ought to continue. So remind us why we're still in lockdown? On the other hand, detractors question the science behind mask use. First, SARS-CoV-2 aerosol virions, at less than a micron in size, that's 1/1,000,000th of a metre, are too small to be contained by a fabric weave. Many doctors have compared it to trying to keep out mosquitoes with a chain link fence. Secondly, thanks to recent randomised controlled trials, especially the celebrated Danish study of 6,000 participants, there is a lack of correlation between masking up and reducing COVID-19 infection. Finally, if we accept that masks impede viral spread, then might the accumulation of particles render the cloth surfaces unhygienic? Dr. Vernon Coleman has alerted readers of The Light to the potential hazards: sore throats, chest infections, not to mention shortness of breath and hypercapnia. That's a build-up of carbon dioxide in the bloodstream. Such discussions are binary. Either you believe face coverings work as practical, non-pharmaceutical interventions, or you don't. If we are to challenge official messaging around face coverings, we must problematise the debate. Proxemics enables us to do so. What is Proxemics? Pronounced Proxemics. Essentially, it is the study of how humans organise surrounding space with respect to other people. It was theorised in the 1950s by Edward Hall, an American anthropologist tasked with training diplomats to avoid a faux pas when engaging with different cultures. To achieve this, Hall recognised that human beings on the whole, albeit with slight cultural variations, prefer to manage social interaction over set distances. He formulated 4 zones: public space, where people are comfortable encountering strangers at around 2 to 4 metres; social space, for formal interactions at 1.2 to 2 metres; personal space for conversing with friends at 0.5 or half to 1.2 metres; and intimate space up to half a metre, reserved for contact with close family or romantic partners. Hall's model may be proscriptive. Nevertheless, it has contemporary application, for example in human-robot collaboration or in virtual reality simulation. Proxemics is equally relevant to the mask debate. People don't like getting close to one another and certainly refrain from breathing heavily in each other's direction. Is there something evolutionary at play? The theme was explored earlier in 2020 within fascinating interdisciplinary work by Colin Axon, an engineer at Brunel University, and the sociologist Robert Dingwall, which deserves to be better known. Writing in the British Medical Journal, both argued how the physical and social sciences could contribute toward the understanding of airborne viral transmission, something lost in the scary graphics shown on TV. You know, the simulated mannequin exhaling toxic plumes laden with deadly pathogens. Yikes, cover your face. Axon and Dingwall took issue with the imaging, largely because it misses the temperature differential between the human body and its surroundings. As such, exhausted air travels at most 20 to 30 centimetres from the mouth or nose. Yet it egresses upwards, since the body's internal heat, around 37 degrees Celsius, is warmer than most outdoor or indoor temperatures. Think breath condensing on a frosty day. Convection currents surround our faces. These protect us from respiratory mixing short of Hall's personal space, where most human contact occurs. Admittedly, SARS-CoV-2 virions might remain suspended to ensnare the unwary, although the inoculum size would have to be sufficient to induce serious illness, something that matters more within hospitals. COVID-19 is non-nosocomial. Yet within public indoor settings, where the law enjoins mask use, particle suspension may not be an issue. This can be attributed to the stack effect in buildings, where cold air creates buoyancy for warmer air to trickle through natural ventilation. Commercial buildings such as supermarkets, restaurants, cinemas, all now mask zones, and offices utilise air conditioning, which is purposefully designed to extract dust and bad odours, while virions follow the direction of travel. Modern trains are similarly equipped. TfL recently found no traces of coronavirus in air tests along its bus and tube networks. Research on the effects of airflow on SARS-CoV-2 virions is ongoing. However, from the perspective of Proxemics, face coverings seem a superfluous intervention, more so if, as we know, only 1% of the UK population is infected. What are the chances of an infectious person crossing into your personal space? Government messaging around masks is disingenuous. Masks hinder everyday social interaction, and they deliberately intended to achieve this. A return to normality means communicating freely. Take off your mask. And then at the end here, there's various links where you can find sources for the information in this article. Okay, thank you very much for coming. I hope you are well. Please like, share, subscribe, and do all the normal things people ask you to do. And take care of yourself, and I'll see you next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.